Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you hear me well and that you see me well. I'm late, I'm sorry, I'm late. It is what it is. I had some technical problems, so we'll not do a long live of 1 hour, so pay attention. If you have some questions, write them, because we'll speak about Fagioli, about Antonio Conte, about Mercato, about the injuries, about Milan, Juve, so a lot of things to say.
We have a short time, Beppe, we have a short time today.
30-35 minutes we go. Come va, Rom?
Oh, Beppe, I'm very good, thanks. Ciao, everyone. So I'm start to be ready for what we'll live on Sunday against Milan.
Oh, Rom, I will tell you the truth, guys. We were late because Romeo Agresti, you know that he's a big fan of Celtics. And he was today in Boston. Did you see the picture, Rom?
I was there.
I didn't know. It looks like a twin. It's the same. He was working as an officer in Boston. That's why he was late.
You know that I'm in love with the Boston Celtics. That I can confirm everything.
It's true. You see, you have a lot of
But
people.
I'm even better. Than this guy. With all the respect with this guy.
Ciao Tony Trim, ciao Clovis, ciao Dospi, ciao Brandon, ciao Stavros, ciao Mr. X, ciao Gerardo, ciao MP Schietti. Buonasera ragazzi. Rom, what do we start with immediately? Fagioli, 7 months ban.
Few words. I think that now the guy has to face the reality, and I'm sure that he will come back stronger because he's a very smart guy. Juventus have said that they will be close to Nicolò, so good luck to Nicolò. Of course, during this journey, he needs to be patient, and of course, he has to put his focus on what he has to do to come back, as I said, stronger. But we are all with him. Of course, he made a big mistake, and I think that he knows that very well. But I am pretty sure that next season we'll talk about a different player, different person, and I hope that he will be able to of course to try to understand why he's in that point. But now the most important thing is to be close to him and the full support for him.
There was that official communication of Juventus that said that they will back up the player. He will apparently continue with to train with the team. He could potentially even play the last game against Monza in Serie A.
Yeah, the last game. Yeah,
the last game. Is it correct? You think that he can continue to train with the team? Is it the correct decision of Juve?
Yeah, because you have to take a decision. If you want to be close to the player, I think that he has to work with the group. It's a different case. Pogba is a different story. And if you say full support for Nicolò, so that means that he has to work with the first team, with the group. And I think that they could help him in the process.
Do you think that now that, because we saw that interview where he spoke, also we listened to the words, how he started playing and so on, you think that now he will feel better, or it will be still difficult, or will it start to be difficult again when he will not play? How is his mental state?
So fortunately, he's not anymore on Instagram, if I'm right, and this is the best decision possible in this phase, because he needs to be focused on himself, his journey to come back stronger. Now, Beppe, I think that maybe you can feel better because put out the story, but that's not easy for a football player to don't play. 7 months, we are in October, so we're talking about the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And that's not easy at all, especially for a young player.
He admitted that he bet on football. And you know that when you're betting on football, legally it's 3 years. If you find an agreement before, you can halve 50%. Because he collaborated, he was really transparent and so on, they could even go lower. is 7 months plus, because we say 7 months outfield, but it's actually 7 plus 5
Then
plus.
yeah, he has to do
Uh,
other.
is it correct for you from
Yeah,
what you saw and everything? Too
yeah,
much? Not
yeah.
enough?
I think that it's right. It's right because the parties were smart enough to understand that they need to find an agreement as soon as possible, and they did.
Hmm.
And now, he has the opportunity to close this bad chapter during this season, and then to start the next season in a different way, with a different mentality and a different story. So the most important thing is that now to be close in terms of human aspect to Nicolò, and I'm happy for what Juventus said with their official note today, that they will support Nicolò 100%.
I see a lot of.
And we must do that.
No, but I see also the chat, because I was reading the chat, and a lot of people in the chat, they are convinced that Nicolo will get better from it, that it's correct from the club to continue to back him up, to support him. So, because in the last few days, I was not that active with the videos. I made like 2 videos this week, and that's it. So I'm happy also to read the comments of the people that are still there next to Nicolo. And by the way, I wanted to say thank you to Stefano Castelli, that became a member for 23 months. Grandissimo, Stefano.
Grande Stefano.
Then what? Another question about that one. What do you think about all that?
Then there is a beautiful question.
Give me the
Is it
question.
Halloween to celebrate the Scudetto with the team?
I saw that people are saying
We
that
hope so. We hope so, my friend. We hope so.
will be a difficult one, but I think that would be a really beautiful end of the story, being able to celebrate the Scudetto all together in that last day. We are playing in Monza or at home? That's a good question. The last day, I don't know.
To be honest, I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
either.
know against who will play after Milan. So it's impossible.
Verona, because I will
Yes,
be there, so I
it's
know.
on. It's on. Okay.
What do you think about all the big media? It was a show, Italian showtime with all the people involved. I saw at a certain moment lists of names of players, Barella, but
Beppe, as Jose Mourinho said when he was the coach at Chelsea, I prefer not to speak because, I mean, I will be in trouble.
and for us
That's
Juventini,
not a reality show, guys. That's
no,
not.
but
We are talking about important things, very important things, lives.
That's why, because I saw at a certain moment also Federico Gatti. He was in picture and so
It's
on.
unbelievable.
Ragazzi, we have to pay attention. I think we have to pay attention, because we are speaking about people we have absolutely no idea, and you can start destroying careers of people and put dirt on names. I believe that we Juventini, we are already attacked from all the sides. If we have to also play that game, starting attacking our own players or
Yeah.
putting the doubt, I think it's difficult. I understand it's difficult because we want to explain and so on, but I think we really have to pay attention how we speak about that.
Yeah.
I saw the names of Kenan Yildiz, Federico Gatti. I saw the names of who else? Federico Chiesa. Today a video with Allegri. Calma. No?
Calma and don't say stupid things.
Because today I see
Because
the video.
we are talking about people that they are not involved in the story
Yeah, because today we see, and just to tell the people, we see a
at the
video.
moment, and I hope they will not involve it, of course.
Of course, because we see a video of Max Allegri, a picture of Max Allegri that is betting a poker. But who cares? First of all, it was during COVID time. He was not even a coach, so he can do whatever he wants. He was not a coach. He was doing on poker, and you can do, because there is no problem. Then what people are doing in their free time, they can do. So we really have to pay attention. Tony Trim, and then we change topic. Tony Trim, 15 months, grazie Tony. Anthony is saying, happy to be a member for 15 months, grande Beppe and Romeo. I love and choose to dream about Mercato instead of negative headlines. It's a beautiful assist from Anthony Trimboli. Assist, Samarcic. What do you tell?
Marzic, maybe I think that there were some contacts with his entourage, but we'll see what will happen because now, guys, we're in October, so I think maybe the strategy will change. Of course, I can tell you, but you know that perfectly that Juventus will sign a new midfielder in January, so 100%. But we understand who during the coming weeks. Of course, I think that we have to put the name of Samardich in that list.
He's a player that Giuntoli was already observing when he was already at Napoli. What are the qualities of Samardich? I know that he's one of your
You know, he's a very
favorite
technical
players.
player. He scored in this season already 2 goals because Udinese have scored 4 goals. So he scored twice,
50%.
50%. And, you know, he's very young. He can still improve. He has a huge potential, some brilliant skills. He can play as a mezzala, as a modern trequartista. So I think that, you know, that Samardich is my favorite choice for the next transfer window, and I hope that Juventus are going seriously to try to sign him. We have to try to understand what will happen at Udinese because you know they are in a very difficult table,
Mm.
and I think that they will fight until the end to keep the category to be in the Serie A also next season. So we have to understand if there will be if they will decide to sell Samardich in January or if they will be in panic mode and they will try to keep the player until the end of the season.
They're speaking some voices about a loan, 4 or 5 million loan until the end of the season, and then you can go with a 15, 18 million euro. If you
Maybe
go,
that could maybe that could be the strategy. It was the same strategy that Inter
yeah,
have tried to sign this player. Don't forget that he underwent the medical with Inter. Then there were some issues with his entourage, and you know the story is clear. He came back to Udine and is playing there. Maybe there could be a strategy to try to sign him on loan with a buy clause in June.
Thomas is saying Samarcic is the Sergei Milinkovic-Savic that we wanted. That's how it feels.
Different player. He's not physical like Il Sergente, but I think that he's a very good player because he knows exactly what he wants to do with the ball, without the ball. He's able to score, to make assists. So he's a very complete midfielder.
You know that I love reading also the tweets of Goal Italia, and all the goal articles. And I saw, when was it? Today, yeah, a new option for the Juventus midfield. Calvin Phillips on loan, not buying, on loan, because he wants to play Euro, he wants minutes, and he's not playing at Manchester City. It's a player
I don't
love,
like him so much. He's a good
No,
player,
he's
but I think
good.
that we need to find a different player because Phillips is a solid midfielder, but maybe we need to sign a different midfielder with goal assists, you know.
Yeah, but he has a shot around. I saw him not at Manchester City because I didn't see him at City that much, but his previous club. You come from Leeds, no? When he was at Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds, and then he signed for Man City.
But do you think that Juventus could even think, because it's not about Phillips, but it's a player 100% you can't buy. You don't have the money.
But
Now,
I think that the strategy is very clear because if you have Locatelli, he plays it with Allegri in front of the defense. Then on the left side we have Rabiot. We need to do in terms of on the right side.
but do you think it's smart? That's where I want to go to. Do you think it's smart to go on loan a player 6 months that you know that you will not sign? Because I like 18 months ago he was signed how much? 55 million euro from City. So it's a player that you can't sign.
Beppe, if I have the opportunity to sign Samardžić on a permanent deal, I
Yeah.
did it. I do that immediately.
Can you tell me also, because 2 days ago I made a video, I explained that possibly they would stop with the Decreto Crescita, but then something happened with Calcio e Finance and so on. I didn't understand anymore. Do they continue with
Me too.
okay.
Me too, because that's not clear at all right, at the moment. So I'm trying to understand what will happen with Decreto Crescita. But that's true. I don't understand at the moment how will change the rule.
No, it's really strange. Huh? They go and then they make articles, which is correct.
Yeah,
I make a video and then they change. They change the last
We have to
minute.
understand better. Also in Italy, Beppe.
You have a beautiful message from Sal. Sal is 7 months member on the channel, saying, "People like Corona, they make me appreciate Romeo even more." Grazie, Sal. That's a really beautiful one.
Grande Sal. Grande Sal.
Rom is the top professional person. Huh? There was another question. Who do we take? We take Samarcic and
We have a lot of Turam in the chat. Of course, guys, I think that is very expensive. He's a very good player. I don't know, guys.
Would you do it, Ealing Junior, Tunis plus money for Thuram or not?
You know, what the value of the
20.
this player?
From Thuram.
Because we
45,
are talking
50, yeah.
about from 40 million euros to 60 million euros. It's very expensive, guys. I don't know if we have the opportunity to sign a player with this price at the moment. I don't know, to be honest.
When I heard Giuntoli said, we can spend money, but that money, of course, needs to be with the normal salary.
Step by step.
And with a normal salary as well, because we can't go. What do you think? Because people, they ask me in the chat, we go for Samarcic and Berardi or Samarcic and Bernardeschi? Because last time I asked you Bernardeschi, you didn't answer because we went really fast. But now I want to know.
So, I'm pretty sure that Bernardeschi will try to come back in Italy in January. Alone. But to be honest, why potentially at Juventus? Which position? I think that we don't need a player like him at the moment.
I agree.
With his skills, I mean.
I agree.
But I'm sure that they will try to come back in January on loan.
In Italy.
In Italy.
And you believe that he had also some talk from the manager to Juve to say, you know?
Maybe, Pep, you need a player like him with his characteristics, and you try to get him on loan. But if you play 3-5-2 like we are playing at the moment, in which position you put Bernardeschi on the field?
I have a difficult question for you.
I don't know. I don't understand.
No, me neither. I don't see him because I don't think that we will change the way of playing today. Because if you want to play with 3 up front, you need to change things in the back, and then you need to go really with Mercato. But I have a difficult choice for you. Frosinone, sporting director, he said, if Juventus, they need or Barrenechea or Sule in January, we can talk about it. If there is the possibility, and you can take back in January, one player between Barrenechea or Sule, who do you think we need the most between the two?
None of questi c'è nessuno dei due.
None of them. None of them.
No?
Not even Barrenechea?
No, because we don't need a playmaker there. We need to sign a mezzala. And I hope that, of course, you know that I'm the first fan, maybe the second fan with you of Mattias, but I prefer that he will continue his experience at Frosinone. He will help the team to keep the Serie A, and he will continue to improve there. So I think that it's very important for both to stay there until the end of the season.
On Sule, 100%, I agree. If I had to choose, I would have brought back Barrenechea. If you need that, because we are losing 2 players. How much midfielders do we lose? We lose when a Juventino is thinking, are we losing 1 player, Fagioli, or are we losing 2 players with Pogba? Because Pogba, was not 100% yet. So
We lose two players. But in my personal opinion, we don't need to sign two midfielders in January. Just one important. I mean, a very good player that you know he arrives on Monday and he can play on Sunday. But we don't need to sign two new players in that sector. I hope that the name is very clear. Samardzic. We want Samardzic.
what about this name, Sancho? Because we spoke about it last time. I didn't believe in it, but the voices, they are there. Huh?
I saw his name linked to Juventus, but to be honest, at the moment, just rumors.
People are asking, Huijsen
to Frosinone.
So they're asking Nicolussi, Huijsen, they are interested in our young players.
I hope that Hans will be able to get minutes because he didn't play at the moment. And now we need also that we have the team, because we have 5 midfielders with including McKennie. Yeah, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, Miretti, and Nicolussi. With these guys, we have to arrive in January. Of course, I think that Beppe, some players from the next gen, they are working with the first team.
Yeah.
Comenencia, the other guys. So maybe someone will be included in the squad list for the next games until Christmas time, the next transfer window.
There is a question I need to answer from Dario, because he asked me, Beppe, is Viagogo safe site for tickets? Allora, Viagogo is a site... I did it one time to go to Valencia. The problem with Viagogo, it's not an official reseller of the Juventus tickets or Milan tickets. So the problem is that at Viagogo you will have sometimes tickets that are 3 times, 4 times the normal price. And I remember that when I bought a ticket there to go to Valencia Juve, on my ticket there was another name. So my name was someone else. And that can be sometimes dangerous, because if you go to the gate, they can check with your ID and then they keep you out. So pay attention. The best way is to go with official sites. You can go to the site of Milan and try to find there, or call them to have official information. Viagogo is a reseller. And very expensive, and pay attention.
Pay attention, guys. Always.
International break, a lot of injuries, big names. Neymar, Osimhen, but most importantly for us, Danilo. 20 days.
Danilo, I think that he will stay out around the 20 days. So we see if we'll be able to recover for which match against Inter, maybe. Because now we have. He will miss
Milan.
He will miss Milan.
Verona. Wait, then, I will tell you immediately.
You don't know the calendar.
Milan, Verona, Fiorentina,
yeah,
Cagliari, and then you have Inter on the 26th of November.
26th of November?
Yeah. Because there is the international break. Yeah?
We have another international break, right?
After Cagliari, after Cagliari, you have international break.
In Italy, we say che palle. Okay.
So, you know also che palle, because the first international break we come back, we play against Lazio. Now Milan, and the next one Inter.
Mamma mia! What's your idea for a Sunday game, Beppe?
What? The lineup.
The lineup is very difficult. No, it's impossible right now.
It's impossible, huh? Do you have news about Vlahovic, Chiesa? How they're
Vlahovic is okay. He worked with the group since the first training of this week, so he will be at San Siro. Chiesa, we see what will happen, guys. I think that Juventus are trying to recover him at least for the bench. But today he worked separately. It's the right word? Yeah, maybe. And so I think that on Sunday if we play 3-5-2, Rugani will play on the left side, Gatti, Bremer, Rugani. We see if where we start, and maybe he will do that because without Theo on that side, it could be the right strategy.
And who do you play as a sub?
McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot.
And then on the right for the second half?
On the left side.
Now you play with Wea, and then if he needs to be subbed out, who do you go second half? You have nobody.
We have Miretti, Nicolussi. You can
you
the switch with McKennie.
You think that McKennie is now a starter of Juve in the midfield until January?
Beppe, I think that McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, that could be the trio.
Did you hear something about contract extension? Because I even hear about maybe possibly McKennie a contract extension, but I'm not sure about that one.
We have a lot of players linked to a potential renew.
Locatelli.
Because we have Rabiot, Chiesa, Vlahovic, Locatelli, Gattuso, Rugani. So.
Do you like the lineup of Juve Pearls? Szczesny in the goal. Rugani, Bremer, Gatti.
Gatti, Bremer, Rugani.
Yeah. Then, because he's doing the other side. McKennie, Kostic on the wings, and then in the middle, Miretti on the right, Locatelli, Rabiot, and Ken and Milik up front.
No.
You don't like?
No, I think that maybe it's better to start with Wea, especially because he did very well with the national team. And if Dusan has worked with the group since the first training session of this week, I think that he will be able to start.
So good news for Dusan. That's a really good one. I have still a few good questions.
Of course, he's not at 100%, but he feels better.
If Danilo is not there, if Alexandro is not there, Massimiliano Allegri in press conferences said the third captain is Rabiot. Yeah. Now on the field you will have Rabiot and probably also Rugani. Who will be captain according to you?
Rabiot.
Yeah?
My personal opinion, Rabiot.
Rabiot over Rugani. I was thinking about it. Rabiot could be for the first time captain. Who was the last French one? Matuidi, that took the...
I think Blaise
Matuidi, the last one. I remember that story with Ronaldo. He was about to take the captain band. And then
yeah. I remember perfectly.
That was a fun one.
Very, very good player was Blaise.
Arif, 23 months on the channel. Play B squad.
Arif.
What is he saying? Play B squad players, but be able to prepare the game or wait for your starter until last day and then play without being able to prepare a game. Whoa. Aspetta. I need to understand.
I don't understand the question, Beppe.
Play B squad players, but be able to prepare the game or wait for your starters until last day and play them without able to prepare. I understand. So he's saying you have two options. Or you play and you prepare the game with your B players.
Yeah.
Or you wait until the last day and you play with your strongest one.
Now I understand.
But you can't prepare the game. It's the dilemma.
You have the full group to prepare the next match. Now I understand the question.
But it's a dilemma of all the teams, this one, because you never know.
Today, for the first time after the break, Juventus is working with the full group.
Yeah.
And I think that since today, you will start to prepare the game against Milan.
Do you think Milan is in difficulty because they will play with the next Juve in the goal, with
Giroud in the goal.
Giroud in the goal.
Yeah, of course. When you don't have Theo, Maignan, your second goalkeeper. So
who is more in difficulty according to you in terms of absences?
Juve.
Yeah,
because they are more squad than us.
I agree on that one.
But of course, they have their issues because, repeat, to play without Theo and Maignan, we are talking about two key players. But of course, we have our problems because in the back, if I say Gatti, Bremer, Rugani, in the past we were talking about Barzagli, Bonucci, Chiellini. It's a little bit different, guys.
I was with Barzagli on Tuesday, live on Juventus Twitch. It was a beautiful emotion. Speaking with Andrea, what a fantastic guy. No, it was beautiful. And then it's true that when you have to play with also because except of Bremer, you are playing with people that are adapting to the role. Because at Frosinone, Gatti was playing with two men in defense. He was a center defender. So you are playing with Bremer, yes, but then you are playing with two players that are adapted to these roles. So it's not the best thing. In the middle, you are missing a lot of players. In front, you have injured player. I agree with you when Juventus more in difficulty.
I think that they have some problems also with Krunic, that is not 100%. Chukwueze will miss the game.
Yeah.
So we have our problems. They have their problems. So we'll see what will happen on Sunday.
Is it a must-win game already? Crucial and decisive?
Game. This is a game to understand our ambitions during the rest of the season. Because if we win, we'll be there. There. If we draw, we are on line to achieve our season goal to get a place in the top 4. If we lose, that means that you are not competitive to try to fight to straight for the Scudetto.
Are you thinking about l'Allegrata, the crazy thing of Allegri in terms of change? No. Solid.
To be honest, no. Because after the break, you don't have the opportunity to work with the team. You have a lot of players or injured or not the top. So I don't know.
Will it be a boring 0-0 game, or do you think that it will be a spectacular one?
To be honest, I don't know.
It's a big question mark. It's true.
I don't know because I hope that we try to be brave, because in Bergamo, of course, at a certain point, our goal was to come back with 1 point in Turin. So I hope that we'll try to do something better. But that will be very hard, very tough, because San Siro is always a very difficult stadium.
I have 2 more questions. An easy one. Not an easy one. I don't know if it's an easy one.
That's not easy. Easy. I already know that.
Commisso, he speaks about Viola Park, and he says, my dream is that players, they are telling me that they will not go to Juve, but that they want to go to Fiorentina. Today we heard the words of De Laurentiis that is saying, no, because our number 1 rival is Juve, and we didn't want to send Giuntoli there. My question is, why, Romeo? Why? Why they are always speaking about Juve? Leave us alone.
You know that, Beppe, because you are 42, if I'm right.
I know, of course I know, but I like that you are saying.
That when that's always a big topic, because Juventus are always Juventus. You love this club, you hate so much this club, and that's normal. That we have to be smart enough to avoid these quotes, these statements. But to be honest, I don't care. I don't care at all.
You think it's also a strategy to make sure that their own fans, they love them a bit more? Because when you're speaking bad about Juve...
If I'm against you, if I'm against Juventus, of course, I can create a fan base, more audience, to get more audience. Yeah, that's true.
And my last question is about...
Because, Beppe, you can talk about that team, other team again, but when you talk about Juventus, if you go against Juventus, you can get a very big audience.
Thomas is saying it really well. The hatred is a form of admiration. If we were not good, they would not hate us. It's a beautiful definition.
Yeah, very good.
Antonio Conte, We spoke a bit about him last week, but since then he made some interviews. He spoke a lot. Spoke about Napoli, Roma in the future, but still leaving the door open for Juve. Is he the right coach after Allegri? I'm not saying tomorrow, but
yeah, you know that the story is clear with what happened with Giovanni Trapattoni, Marcello Lippi, Max Allegri. So never say never in the future, especially if we talk about a Juventus legend, because he played more than 400 matches as a player. He was captain of this team. He won 3 Scudettos in a row as a manager. So I think that we have to respect what he did on the pitch and as a coach. Then in the future, we see what we have.
He's a coach with the ambition to also do something in Europe. He said it. I need to do something in Europe. Can that be the big motivation for Conte?
I think that he wants to achieve this goal to win in Europe, because everybody we know that he's a very top coach. He won everywhere. Sorry, because he did the beautiful things at Bari, at Siena, at Juventus, with the national team, at Inter, at Chelsea. He won there. I think that he did a good job at Tottenham as well. But he needs to be big to win in Europe.
Is there something that I forget today, Ram? We spoke about everything that is on my list, but is there something that I forget to mention? But I didn't speak, for the people that were asking, I didn't speak about Tonali or Zaniolo. It's already difficult to speak about our own situation, so imagine about the other ones.
Yeah, especially because we don't have fresh news and fresh elements. And we have to respect what they are leaving. And if they are wrong, of course, they have to face, for example, what Fagioli is doing.
Well, if we said everything, then we see each other next week. No?
Yeah, and now it's time to sleep.
Ragazzi, I'm really sorry that I was late today. I had some technical problems. We solved them. So I hope you're still happy that we did the live. For our people that are watching in replay, don't forget, maximum of like, subscribe to the channel, but then you go to the channel of Romeo Agresti, and also there you subscribe, you join his Instagram broadcast channel. It's just fantastic, and we go all the news you have then there, and he's doing it also in 2 languages, English and Italian, so don't forget to do that.
Don't forget, guys, to support Beppe. We have to support Beppe because he's a beautiful creator, beautiful man, and he's doing brilliant things. Also as a Juventus official host on Twitch.
Ciao ragazzi.